Hello and welcome to the London Club, where today we're out testing Titleist's new 716 range of irons. And an important part of that launch is the new TMB iron that I'm holding here, that's been brought in to replace the previous generation 712U utility iron. The whole thinking here is to offer players an option in the longer irons that can give them a little bit more distance and certainly quite a bit more forgiveness. And so there's a few different features within this iron at work to help people do that. Firstly, you'll notice this has a hollow construction. Now this just makes it, this offers the engineers that little bit more discretionary weight to work with. They can place weight where they want to in the head in order to help people get the ball up and away a little bit easier with the longer irons. Crucially, Titleist have also introduced tungsten into this, and that's really what the two-tone colour on the top, on the sole is there to do. It illustrates where Titleist have brought in the tungsten. Now tungsten is a denser material than steel, so they've introduced two tungsten weights, one in the toe, one in the heel, and that essentially makes the club that a little bit more forgiving. It increases the MOI to a level where it's higher, I think 7% higher than in the previous generation version of this golf club, so it should be easier to hit. It also has a stronger, thinner face to offer that bit more ball speed. Now we've got the GC2 launch monitor and we've got the range here at the London Club to give them a thoroughly good test to see whether the technology that's been brought in can offer me any extra performance. So I'm going to start by hitting a few straight off the deck, because I think any time you have a utility iron like this, players will worry that you won't get the same turf interaction that you will get with the slightly thinner soled version of whether you've gone for CMB or the MB irons or the AP2. So what Titleist have done is that they've pre-worn the leading edge, and that should help the sole interaction. They've also taken a little bit off the back of the sole as well, just to help the club get through the ground. Okay, so I've hit those two. First one carried 208, second one carried 207. Very similar ball flights, not too high, which I really liked. I mean, I don't want, particularly in a long iron, for the ball to pop straight up into the air. For me, I'd be looking for something to be getting through the air a little bit more on a stronger ball flight, and that certainly does that. I'm going to hit a couple now off a tee, because for me, I think I'd probably be looking to use this as much off the tee as I would be off the deck, as for any tight hole, anything that I can control the ball flight and get something that's really strong. Getting it out to maybe 220, 230 would be a great option for me. That's gone 220 through the air, so really good distance. Really impressed with the distance on offer there. So as you can see, I've had the chance to give these a really thorough test, and the whole experience has been a bit of a revelation for me. I'd never really had the chance to test the previous generation 712U utility iron. So I was coming to this slightly fresher, and the hollow construction here really works. That's clear right from the first shot you hit. When you see the ball fizz off the face, you get that because the face is slightly thinner, and because they're able to put these two tungsten weights in, you also get so much more forgiveness than you would expect from a normal traditional looking 3 iron, so something with a thin top line. They're able to do that through the hollow construction, but when you set it down behind the ball, this looks like an AP2. It has exactly the same profile as an AP2, so it will suit the eye of a lot of golfers out there. For me, it would be an option of putting this in the bag instead of maybe a hybrid, and having it as an option as a teeing option on tight golf courses where you need something to find the fairway every time, because the ball flight I was getting from here was really nicely controlled, something that I felt I could rely on. So if you're in the market for the new TMB irons, the steel version in the Dynamic Gold AMT shaft is 169, the graphite version is 189. If you are interested, it is definitely one worth adding to your test list.